What's going on, y'all, dude? I kind of noticed this update, bro. I was like, yo, this thing kind of freaking popping, boy. I saw this maintenance page and I was like, whoa, hold up. Because we know that these updates were coming for Waker, but then of course, we're kind of caught off guard with the upgrades for Gunner and for Fighter. And now look, when I saw these things, I was kind of like, okay, cool. We get some updates for Gunner, for Fighter. They're not going to be really that massive or really that big or anything like that, because obviously this is the Waker updates. It didn't see on the roadmap, it didn't say Waker, Gunner, Fighter updates. No, it didn't say that. It said Waker. So I wasn't expecting these updates for Gunner and Fire to be, substantial. But boy, was I wrong. But first, be sure to like, subscribe. It helps out tremendously. Thank you very much. So let's dive in here real quick because, I opened up this maintenance page on the website and I saw this list of stuff that was being changed for these classes, y'all. Now, for those of y'all who are not aware, I play pretty much like every class, with the exception of Waker. Waker's the one class I've actually never had a stint on. So maybe we'll touch it this time. I don't know. We'll see. But Fighter and Gunner are two classes I do play a lot of, and two classes that I enjoy playing a lot of. Gunner, I am technically a Gunner main, technically. However, you would never know this because I play every class, and you never see me on Gunner, though I have been playing a lot recently. But nonetheless, the updates for these classes are very significant and really change the dynamics of these classes, honestly speaking. I was extremely surprised to see such types of updates in the Waker update. That's a lot of updates. But let me update you all the updates. Woo! Anyways, I think it's pretty crazy because you see a lot of potency increases. You see here, this is for Fighter. This is just this class skill adjustments. And you see there are just all of these adjustments that are given. Increased potency, effect duration, out the wazoo, potency, velocity. This is just, it's crazy the type of adjustments that are being given to these right here during the Waker updates. And you see here they've added so much to the Twin Daggers. Twin Daggers is the weapon that I primarily play. When I'm playing Fire, I usually, I might switch to Dual Saber whenever it's like downs or something like that, potentially, but not often. But Twin Daggers got some very substantial updates here that really allow you to aggressively go after the mob. It really allows you to avoid having to position yourself. It allows you to kind of just zoom in, lock in, like all these classes do nowadays, which is very beneficial for Twin Daggers because a lot of times when you're playing Twin Daggers and you're just like in the motions, you're just right in this little area. And then if the mob's a little bit further away, then, well, GG's, you're not hitting it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of this addresses that as well. So this is really nice. And also this addresses the photon blast. It makes it so that way you'll zoom towards the mob. It really just allows you to lock in to the mob and really complete the onslaught that is Twin Daggers. Slap you across the face, and then you wake up and you crush through the wall like Hulk, and then you're like, wow, I got two Twin Daggers in my hands, and I'm about to play in the band like a percussion man with a grand handstand. And so as you can see down here, they talk about the photon art right here, the circling buzzard. But you can see it's just like these updates are legitimate updates for this class. Like, I was not expecting this. Like when they said they were getting some updates during the Waker update, I was expecting, okay, some small tweaks. But no, these are like actual freaking updates for these classes. And you see double saber adjustments here for the photon art as well. Look at this. Look at this stuff, dude. There's so much of it. And Knuckles adjustments as well. For those who love Knuckles, Knuckles are getting some nice adjustments as well. Look at this. Relaxed everything around here. Relaxed everything. So relaxed. It's like you took a muscle relaxer and then you just woke up to some Knuckles. I'm like somebody kind of shuffle. I'd rather flex my muscles. I'm hard as nails. They ain't hard to tell. I break them down whether they solid or frail. Born on an island in the heavens. Anyways, and then you have Gunner balance adjustments as well. Now, Gunner, of course, this is like my class. Like I said, this is my main class, technically. Technically speaking, this is my main class. So I was very surprised by the amount of changes that we got on Gunner, which are very beneficial, very good. I know a lot of y'all are probably like, ha, 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 he said Gunner. Ha, 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 ha. He said Gunner. Oh my gosh, he said Gunner because all y'all like to troll on Gunner. And then y'all get into a queue with me and I prove y'all wrong because Gunner's always been goated. Just how you play it. But now he's even more goated. Don't look down on the Gunner. It's like how a lot of y'all used to say Force was bad. And when I started playing Force, I realized no, it's just the way y'all were playing Force was bad. But Force was actually good. At any rate, let's move on. So Gunner got a lot of adjustments here. Of course, the main one that we knew was coming was the chain trigger, where it's like if you go into a Mars and you hop out, then it keeps your chain trigger instead of resetting it, which was super annoying because that's the main freaking ability for Gunner to keep your attacks going quickly. So you need this to always be going. So it's like you go into a Mars, it's kind of like, well, there's no reason to go into the Mars. It's about to pop out and I got to rebuild this thing. I'm going to be attacking slow. This is super annoying. So they did fix that. That's super huge. But they add a whole lot of stuff here as well. So they changed the down factor specifications of this. So it's more down factor efficient against mobs now, which is obviously very good, of course. But they just add a whole bunch of potency increases as well here. They also added this here, change specifications to activate the effects of the following class skills when nullifying an attack, which will activate those. Well, you can see how that could go, and how that could maybe trigger or roll into some other things here. You know, if you're getting a little imaginary or expansive here on what we're thinking here. But at any rate, there's a lot that's to be had here. There's a lot of just really good updates for Gunner here. And you see down here, twin machine gun, the photon art here. These got adjusted as well. Aimless rain, point blank, got adjusted as well. Dude, like these are legitimate freaking updates that they are popping in here. So I was just very surprised. I'm really just focusing on the fire and the Gunner ones because we knew the Waker one was coming. We did not realize that the fire and the Gunner were going to get such big updates. That was surprising for us, quite frankly. That was very surprising. I'm very much welcomed for it. Please, bring it on. Bring it on! And then we have the Waker updates down here, which I can't really speak on because, like I said, Waker is like the one class I've never actually had a stint on. So, can't really do much for you here. For those of y'all who are Wakers, here's the page. In case you want to pause it or go look at it, then here you have it. GG's. Have fun with it. Wow, that's cool. That's so great. All right. Anyways, back down here, we have some more stuff for twin machine guns. And you see Aimless Rain, adjusted type 1 for the Tech Arts customization to always maximize potency increase based on the distance as well. We got a lot of nice little switch ups here, y'all. These are a lot of nice switch ups here. And of course, the rest of these are just like the updates. Like interface changes that we know that was coming as well. So these are all nice as well. And all these things I have. This is a pretty significant update, honestly, that we're getting right here. On top of everything else that's coming here, which this is all coming in the 8.6 update. There's a lot. There's a lot going on there. With the Hunal battle, and of course the LTQ that's coming here as well. And of course the seasonal, and then the Super Fantasy Festival. So there's a lot that's popping up all at this update at the start of August here that we have about to go active, about to go live. But like I said, we knew that a lot of this stuff was coming right here. We obviously saw in the headline. What we did not know was how deep these updates were going to be for Fighter and Gunner. And that's ultimately what I wanted to touch on, because that was what was significant for me. So I wanted to make sure I brought that to y'all's attention. So, you know, while y'all don't really look at this stuff or don't really check the maintenance, you know, when you go to the website and you see server maintenance announcement, you don't really think, oh, well, there's some information in here that might be really interesting to see. You know, you're like, oh, but you click on it, it's like, oh, hey there. Hey, let's get away. I got a Gunner and a fire on the other side of town. Hey, classes, I've been thinking of you. Thinking of you. Ooh. Anyways, y'all, be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think. And I will see y'all in the next one. Happy hunting with everything. Like I said, it's a pretty big update. So we got a lot going on here. So enjoy yourselves. Do your farming if you want to get to your farming. If you need to wipe yourself with some Charmin. Booty. Is it harming? Knee. Climbed in a tree. What were we doing? KISSING. Anyways, be sure to like and subscribe, y'all. I'll see you on the next one. Much love. Holla.
Spike to content.